Hello guys, it's me V Clifto bringing you a guide to Lux. Lux is a pretty strong mid laner, but I play her as a support, and it is because of her build and how it can help synergize with a great, she works really well with a bunch of ADCs, and I also got a comment below on one of my videos to play a Lux, so I'm getting to it. I'm playing my Lux champion, so let's start off with her abilities. Her passive is Illumination, and if you use one of your damaging spells, it leaves a little light, and if you attack them with the light, you consume the light, and it gives you a, does bonus, it scales off of ability power, so the more ability power makes that auto attack hurt even more. So it's a pretty good ability. It's helps you. That's what really helps mid. If you do play her in the mid lane, allows you to do a ton of damage. Since you're able to do a ton of damage after your ability power, it will really help you. And the next thing is light binding. It throws out a stun, or they bind them, but it's a stun that keeps them to the ground. But they cannot move. They can attack and use spells, but they can't move from where they're at. So it's help for binding them up. And in a second, right here, I'm gonna get pressure, and I'm gonna get pushed under tower. And this is when the binding is just. This is the prime best time to use binding. When this Lee Sin comes in, I'm really hurt. I just throw the binding and I run off with a little bit of health, and the turret just annihilates him. How do you stop that if you're just... Oh, that was a beautiful play by myself. I was pretty happy with that one. The next ability, you probably should put a point into your Q first, and then put a point into your E, which you throw out this little bit of light, and it does pretty good damage. It scales off of ability power. She is all ability power. But it also, if they're in this in the area of it, they show a little circle. But if they're in the area, it slows them for a percentage, of their movement speed, and it depends on the level you leveled up. So the higher you level it up, the longer the slow. But it also does great damage, and it also does a so you get a slow damage, and you get to react it, so you get to activate it whenever you want. So you can hold it and you can keep it there for the slow, or you can just use it right away, like I do a lot of times, to get a bunch of damage, to also poke them, and it synergizes well with one of the items that I'm going to suggest you to build. So it's a great ability to put into second. Third thing you'd probably want to put into is your W. You throw out a shield. The shield scales off of a bit. I'm about to throw it. I threw it right there. You throw out your little thing, and it puts a bubble around you, which gives you a shield, and that is like pretty good shield. It scales off ability power. So the more ability power you have, the stronger the shield. Helps out your team. You just saw me hit an ultimate, which is called Final Spark. Final Spark is it's a straight line skill shot that does massive amounts of damage, and it scales greatly off of ability power. It's even more than 1%, I believe. When you look, it is 0.75% of your ability power. So that's a great thing, and it already hits pretty hard at full. It hits. Let me think. I think it hits around 300 damage just by itself. And if you get a bunch of ability power, you can get that skill shot to hit up to. I've had it hit up to 1,000, which is just massive. You pretty much, if the carries don't build any magic resist, you can almost one shot a carry, which is very helpful. But normally you probably wouldn't get this until you were building if you're building mid lane, then it would be super helpful. But I play her as a support because of the binding and the shielding. It allows you to really really help out an AD carry, and I've played her in the mid lane a couple times and carried pretty hard, so she is a great mid laner. But I like playing her in the bot lane because of the stun. I like to have somebody there to help, secure the kill, make sure the kill is there. Boom, easy. I was actually playing with the top laner Rise. He's a good friend of mine, and he gets a nice surprise. You're gonna love it for the end of the video. But so that's what I was playing. I was pretty much duo with him. We do pretty well. toward the end of this game, we can pretty much 2v5 the rest of the team, because then let's get to the build and what I do with her, and then you will understand pretty much why. I don't mean, like, she's really strong, but let me just get to the build. Why am I saying all this stuff? Alright, so you want to probably start off by building a Spellthief's Edge, which, what it does is it gives you money over time, but it also allows you to, if you hit an enemy or a tower, it gives you bonus gold, and the more you upgrade it, the more gold you get. So that's pretty much the first item, because you want to be able to be poking them, you want to be annoying, you want to be using your E and poking them to get you the money, and because you're not supposed to be taking, because if you take any minions while you have it, it puts it on a cooldown, so you can't use it while it's on cooldown. So you really want to be giving all the CS to your AD carry, and you want to make a bunch of your gold by hitting and being annoying toward the other people, pretty much to push them out of lane so that you can pretty much win the fights, no matter, like, it just makes it so that they have all the CS. You don't have to take any of the CS. They get all the gold, and you get a big, if you're playing it right, if you play right, you can get a lot of gold back. So it's a very good item. You want to fully max that out, probably the first item, because at the end you can actually start hitting, you can actually start killing some minions and not putting it on cooldown, and you get like a ton of gold. I think like 10, maybe 15, 20? No, 15. Maybe 15 or 10. I forgot if it moves up from there. I think it still is at 10 gold. So it's a great item, and it gives you some cooldown reduction, which is really good for luck, so that you can keep spamming your abilities. Then, after you build that one support item, you pretty much build her like if you were going to build a mid laner, you build pure AP. You want to be doing damage, you want your shields to be doing more, you want to be doing so much more damage and helping out your team. So she's like a carry, like an AP carry, like a second one. She's like a second mid laner, pretty much. And that's how I play her, because she is nice, and she is a great bully in the beginning lane, but I do love she's one of my top tier supports that I love playing when I need to play with especially one like Vayne, where she's weak in the beginning and she needs a lot of help and disengage and stuff like that. So, and you just saw me hit another beautiful snipe with my ultimate. I was hitting these snipes, I was hitting some bindings, I was hitting a lot of stuff in this game. So then what's the next? So I said I was going to build pretty much what they call glass cannon, where you build nothing but pure damage like you're a mid laner. You will be kind of behind because you do not have the minions, and the Spellthief's Edge and the later ones will not actually get you up to par. You will never pretty much be up to where you should have been if you were taking minions. So it is smart to start building, even though you won't be up there, you will probably do a lot of damage. If you get the kills, you can actually carry, and I've done it. I've carried games as a support Lux, because if the team gives you the kills, you easily get I'm sorry, guys. You easily get money, and if you can get fed in the middle game, you can get fed late game, and you can pretty much just carry. Like I said, your ultimate can almost one shot any carry pretty easily. I think this is the point where, let me look. Yeah, I think this is actually the point where me and my friend, we're gonna go into peace. We're gonna hide in this bush. Wait, maybe it is the next time back. So we have a little ways. So I'm not gonna jump the gun. I apologize. I didn't mean to bring up all that excitement, but I'm sorry. So the ending items you probably want to start off with is a Deathcap. You want to get some Sorcerer shoes so you get some penetration. Then you want to probably build a Deathfire Grasp, a Zonya's Hourglass, probably a Void Staff to get you more magic penetration. Very helpful to do way more damage. And then you want to sell that Spellthief's Edge, and you just want to build pure damage. You want to be what they call a glass cannon, so that you can make your ultimate just burn them. And that's really what you want to do, is be able to bind them to do damage. And you're not really the support where you throw wards down, and if you're trying to look for it, this is not the support to do it. I like playing her this way. You can play her in the mid lane, like I said, and it will be a lot easier, a lot faster, but I mean, it's whatever. because of this game, I was using a lot of mana. I bought the Morallicon to give me a bunch of mana regen, give me a lot of cooldown reduction, give me a, I mean that was pretty much, and give me a bit of ability power, but it's maybe not a typical item you would want to build with her. You probably want to build a Fiend's Holy Grail. Okay, we're gonna get into this part. It is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna jump the gun real soon. We get in this bush, we see 3 of them, we can take them, because this Rise has been carried, especially since the Lich Sin was really weak. We were chasing Vladimir. Rise goes over there. I back off, and I have Fiora coming after me. And then I accidentally run into the Bane. I get in the bush, they can't see me. I lock him down. He just easily gets this kill. I'm dead from here. I'm trying to buy a Lich Bane because I am far behind, and Lich Bane is pretty decent on him. And he picks up. You ready? You ready? He already picked up a quad, and now he's gonna pick up the pentakill. Dying, but he still got the pentakill. It is beautiful. I mean, come on. How do you beat a pentakill? Good job. Nice job, Mason. Good job. I hope when you watch this, you go back to memories. That was his first pentakill. He was pretty happy about it. After that, it's pretty much upscale from there. They can't really hold on to this Rise. This Rise can 1v3 almost anybody on the team, and that is good about Rise. I will make a Rise video soon because he is one of my favorite top laners, my best top laner, and it's because he can do stuff like that. But let's get back to Lux. So you probably want to end off the build with like I said, Deathcap, Deathfire Grasp, a Zonya's Hourglass. You probably want to get a Lich Bane, gives you some movement speed, Void Staff, and some Sorcerer Shoes. So you get a bunch of this magic penetration, so much damage, especially on your autos. Since you get the Lich Bane, if you get them with your passive and you hit them with the Lich Bane, oh my God, you're gonna be dropping them in like 2 shots. It's gonna be crazy, and then your ultimate is gonna be doing like 10,000 damage. That is quite hard to beat because you are doing so much damage. And we're gonna get to this last fight, and it's pretty much over from here because I used my ultimate. I accidentally only hit Vladimir, I think, but my team goes to cleanup duty, and I end up dying. Oh no, I didn't die here. I end up dying later, and my team ends off the killing thing. They just end off the Nexus. I don't get to participate in that. I was kind of sad. I was screaming. I was telling my Rise, no, don't end it. But I really wanted to end it with them because I love doing that. But I end up dying here. So I hope you enjoyed this Lux build. It's not traditional. Probably you're not going to find many builds guides like this because a lot of people don't like playing in the mid lane. But I do. Not in support. So I'm going to end off my Lich Bane. And I'm just trying to build items, but this game ends before I can get my full build. It's alright. My team's just going to run down there right after this and end the game. So if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you leave a comment below of which campaign you'd like to see me do next, I will try to get to that. I mean, that's I guess all I can say. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe because I will do videos on all of them. This has been B Clifto, and I'm signing off. Stay cool, my friends. Victory.